As Forsaken players, we've had a ton of experience with all of the killers, good and bad, but some of them might just be too OP. It gets so bad that when you see a certain killer in the introduction screen, you know you're cooked. So in today's video, we will be looking at each killer individually and analyzing if they're just too OP and need a nerf. The first killer we'll be looking at is John Doe. I think John Doe is a pretty balanced killer, but definitely his most broken abilities are his digital footprint and his passive. The digital footprint is extremely annoying and it's a huge control move for John Doe mains. So first of all, smart John Does will place digital footprints in the most inconvenient spots for the survivor. So usually in crucial looping locations, which blocks off an escape route, which just makes it easier for him to walk you down as a survivor. If you dare step on his digital footprint, just alt F4, bruh. You get corrupted 2 and slowness 2. Yes, slowness 2, not 1, 2 for 10 seconds. Oh, and John Doe sees your aura now. And to top it off, John Doe gets speed 1. So not only are you completely vulnerable, but John Doe is faster now, which can be just as bad for your teammates, because if you happen to step on it while John Doe is chasing someone else, you basically just sacrificed your poor innocent teammate. His passives are pretty good though. One of them is the iconic trail he leaves behind, which makes you corrupted. And I'm not sure if it's fixed completely, but a lot of people do complain that they still can't see the trail, so that's a problem, especially because it is pretty annoying even when you can see it. And probably the best passive is that he can't be stunned for more than 2.175 seconds. And whenever he is stunned, once the stun ends, he gets speed 1 for 2.5 seconds. Now, is this enough to nerf him? Well, considering prime John Doe, when he had speed 2, God, he really was the best. John Doe feels pretty washed. If anything, he might need a slight buff. He's definitely not as dominant as he once was. So considering he's already been nerfed down into the ground, like double pumps in Fortnite, I think it's safe to say that John Doe isn't OP and definitely doesn't need a nerf. The next killer is 1X. He honestly has a pretty fair moveset, even though his abilities when hit are pretty powerful. Like if he lands a mass infection on you, that will mess you up. And same thing with entanglement. It's so hard to beat the minigame before he runs up on you and makes you rage quit. But what makes it balanced is that whoever is 1X has to hit those abilities in the first place, which if you've ever played 1X, you know that consists of constantly missing your abilities, like horribly, constantly. And even his tracking isn't too OP because he gets blindness. At least someone like John Doe, when he uses 404 error, there is no con at all. With 1X, you do get a speed boost, but it doesn't matter if you can't see anything. Like a survivor could be next to you and you would still miss your M1s. And it's even worse if you try to use what are your ranged abilities. If you can't hit them normally, what makes you think you can hit them when you have blindness? At most, the only thing that really does annoy me when going against a 1X is when you get hit by whatever he throws at you and your screen gets all glitchy. That is actually effective. But 1X just doesn't have anything that seems hella unbalanced. Like he's kind of like a huge risk, huge reward type of killer, where if you're able to hit someone with your abilities, you will get rewarded for that. And if you miss, then obviously you get nothing. And that's fair, because it's not like 1X has aimbot or something. So 1X definitely doesn't need a nerf. The only thing I could find reasonable if someone brought it up is maybe the glitch effect that pops up on your screen. But even then, I just don't find that to be something so crazy that the devs need to nerf it. Now let's get into some real stuff. Cool Kid, as a killer, I love him. He's currently my main, and I just feel so dominant each time I play with him. And there's two explanations for this. One, I'm just a really good killer, or Cool Kid is just OP. And we'll get to the bottom of that here in a second. I've got two words for you guys. Walk speed override, which deals a total of 40 damage. That ability alone. Now imagine if you get hit with a corrupt energy on top of that, which deals 15 damage and slows you. Oh, and also reveals your location to Cool Kid. That's 55 damage in total. The combination of walk speed override and corrupt energy. With the slowness you get, you're bound to get hit with an M1 on top of that, which let's just round it up to 26 damage. That's 81 damage. And if you're just unlucky and accidentally run into one of his pizza delivery bots, that's another 50 15 damage. We're talking a total of 96 damage in his combo of abilities, which are all very easy to chain. Like, you really can't do this much burst damage with any other killer. I mean, the combos you can do with Cool Kid, it's just broken. And then you have his bots applying pressure constantly on top of Cool Kid already being hella fast. It really does make it hard to get away from him. Whenever I see a Cool Kid pop up on the introduction screen, I'm like, yeah, bro, it's over. What's funny is he had recently gotten quote unquote nerfed, and all the devs did was reduce his damage for 1 point on his M1. So it used to be 27.5 and now it's 26.5. Like, bro, what? You thought that 1 point reduction was just gonna be the end all balance change? Nah, bro, we need a bigger nerf. I love Cool Kid and everything, but he definitely needs to be balanced. I personally don't have any good suggestions yet on the nerf. I was thinking maybe add a cooldown between his abilities. So if you use Corrupt Nature, you can't use Walk Speed Override for 3 seconds. Something like that. But in conclusion, Cool Kid is definitely one of, if not the strongest killer right now. And I think it's reasonable to say that he needs a nerf. Last but not least, Jason. Oh my god. Let's just get the most obvious thing out of the way. Jason's hitboxes. Something needs to be done about this. Some people say, oh, well, it's just your internet. Fix your internet. You have bad internet. No, bro. It's not an internet issue. I have good internet, and I still get sniped by Jason across the map. Too many people say the same thing. We can't all have bad internet. This is just straight up a real problem. You can literally be on another side of the wall as Jason and still get caught by his hitbox. You can be the world's best juker in Forsaken. Bro, the killer can even miss, and somehow you'll still get hit. How can a killer miss you and still hit you? It makes no sense. And it's just even more overpowered when Jason can run down your stamina, go rage and pace, and lunge at you like an anime scene and chop off your head from a mile away. Jason already is pretty dominant. Like, everyone knows if you're in Planet Voss against a Jason, just put your gloves up. Like, not only is he already hella dominant, hella OP, he just has this crazy hitbox problem. So where even if you can counter Jason, managing your stamina properly, looping properly, keeping your distance, you'll still get hit by his crazy hitbox. And I think that over anything else needs a nerf or a fix, whatever you want to call it. I don't care. We need that gone. So does Jason need a nerf? I don't think his abilities or anything should, but the hitbox thing, definitely. You've made it this far in the video, so you should probably subscribe. Only 0.2% of my viewers are actually subscribed to the channel. It helps the channel out a ton, and it tells me you guys like this type of content. Also, don't forget to like the video. Let me know what you guys thought about the video in the comments. Tell me what killers you think should get nerfed, and explain why. I'm interested in hearing you guys out. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.